Another daytime crime series SPCX special. Sorry, getting the other stream set up as we speak. Episode 10. But as you can see, all right, I'm locked in now. Sorry. Dang, is this messed up? Anyways, Div, what's up, Div? Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. So today was very interesting. We had the SpaceX IPO. As most of you know, I am come from a background of stock trading actually, and just recently I have started trading meme coins the past 2 years. That's been my main focus. I come back occasionally to trade stocks like BYND. When that whole bankruptcy or whatever was happening, I came back and made a decent bit trading that. But that is really that's like the only times I'll really come back is when there's a ton of volume. Sorry, I'm trying to fix this thing. Huh. Oh well, Pump Fun stream's not working. That's fine. Crime, what's up? How you doing, K-Rod? It's been a while. It's been a while. But we're still active, as you can see. Viewership has declined significantly since I started streaming back then, actually. But the account has grown, so that's a good thing. Still doing the same thing, mostly LPing on Meteora. And we are at 235, I believe now. I'm actually LPing SPCX on a different wallet, so I'm not going to be able to show you guys that on screen. And I'm also, when I was trading it this morning, I was actually trading it on chain. I was trading it on chain on Hyperliquid. I was using Hyperliquid perps, but like I said, if I were to show that on screen, I would have to put on the VPN, which is going to mess up the connection, etc. So we're just going to be watching the order book on here. We can watch it in the close. I'm sure we'll get some volume. Webull. So I used to use Webull, and Interactive Brokers were my two main brokers. And also, what else did we use? I'm going to make it so you guys can see this all the way. So if you guys are unfamiliar with how stocks work, I saw that. That's awesome to see the growth. Good stuff. Appreciate you. Hope everything's going well with you. Yes, if you guys are curious about what we're looking at, so basically right here is called the tape. So since this is the SpaceX IPO, I don't know how much volume it's done today. It's done 450 million in volume, which is like a fucking lot of money. I'm pretty sure these are in shares. This isn't even total dollar amount. I mean, my friend pointed it out today. The SpaceX IPO the SpaceX stock is like valued at 2 trillion or something. That's basically the entire crypto market cap. So SpaceX on IPO is basically worth the same as the entire crypto market, which is crazy to think about. Anyways, as you can see, the time in sales right here is showing every single order coming in. The big highlighted red blocks are going to show bigger size, or these are going to show trades executed at the ask. So when that comes in, you can see there's a lot of heavy selling pressure. I believe something like that, or maybe I don't think it's executed ask. Anyways, regardless, all of the order flow is coming through the tape right here. And as you can see, the level 2 is going to show the order book. So if you're familiar with perps, this is just kind of the same order book. I don't think this is entirely accurate. Usually if you have more of a premium broker, you can see each market maker that is bidding different sides. So this is not actually entirely accurate, but it's good enough for what we're doing here. The market is gross. Is it? Yes, it is gross. What's up, Charlotte? Trans, what you doing? Are you trading SpaceX? I traded it today, actually. I only made like 3 Solana, so nothing very significant. It's dumping into the close here. I forget where I longed it. I'll have to pull it up. I was doing it. If I'm going to trade it, I have to do it on my phone. I'm probably done for now. But I took like one scalp here to here, and then when it was breaking out, I took another trade. And then up here, I shorted around 175, like 30, and then I closed it on this wick right here. And now I'm flat on it. Probably would have paid to be short, but it's just like I have no idea what this token is gonna do. What's up, Alpha? How you doing, boss? But anyways, in terms of DLMMs, I haven't really looked at too much today. There are a few SpaceX tickers that were running. I played like the Rocket token and made like zero point 0.2 Solana on it, so nothing serious. And I was like, hooray, we're up. I actually made four total Solana. That's literally $200. So it's like kind of fucked up that that making 4 Sol only yields you $200. Yeah, I'm doing good. Still growing the Meteor portfolio, so I'm happy with how everything's going. Even though Solana, in crypto in general, is pretty cheap right now. Not super ideal, but we're surviving and we're just acquiring more Solana. That's always the goal. And also the meme market, like the meme coin market, is actually pretty active still, and I've been trading well on here, so I'm happy for now, and I'm just trying to stay positive and enjoy trading the memes, even though the macro outlook is a little bit cooked right now. OG Doge chart, says Div. Good call. I actually did very. This is probably like one of the trades that saved the portfolio to some degree. Um, I don't know how much I made total on this. Either like 40 or 50 Sol on this, and I'm still LPing it. How's everything with you guys though? How you doing? Were you trading it, Trans? I was on Hyperliquid. Actually, I was using the Phantom. I was using the Phantom wallet to trade, but it was so garbage. The Phantom perps are garbage. The only reason I was doing it is because I was on my phone and I was like I was out getting coffee and I had to execute trades in a simple way. But like on Phantom, when you execute a Hyperliquid trade, it takes like 5 or 6 seconds to execute, and like by that time I could have had a way better fill. So I recommend just using the Hyperliquid website if you're going to do that. Div, why are you trying to make your money back? Bricks, he says. Joshua had a spike. If you guys are tuning in from X, you will see that I went over this kind of trade, and even though I expected it to dump kind of hard, I didn't play it. I did say somewhere in here. Okay, I said, with all that being said, I probably would have expected it to have dumped a bit harder, but it doesn't look entirely unhealthy right now in the chart. This might be a good area for a bounce, and I made that post, and today it had a very nice bounce. So if you were bid asking this and you're LPing this, congratulations, you're probably up pretty decently right now. Yo, what's up, colon Mark? You're not in a profit on OG Doge? Div, what about your vesting? Have you unlocked any of it? I sold some of my unlocks actually, and like right now, probably not a bad idea to sell some. Bricks. I got you, bro. Oh, Bricks is the Lego thing. Dang it, got kind of cooked. I actually didn't mind this ticker, but maybe it's a good idea, a good area to bid. But like, my strategy is probably not going to condone me to buy here, so I'm doing a 0.12 Tensol, bro. You got it. I hear you, G. I hear you, G. Oh, Div, that's one Solana, basically. Got your heart in a headlock. Oh, Soul Chief is in here. What's up, Soul Chief? You didn't have to send a message. I saw you in the viewer list. Oh my goodness. Hey, into close, it's getting fucking destroyed, Loki. Bro, Weeble is so annoying because why can I not scroll out more on the 1 minute? Like, their software is so garbage. Back in the day when I was trading major size on stocks, I would use Dash Trader Pro, and that was like the best charting software ever. I'm sorry, Div. Div, maybe I'll bless you, or maybe we'll get John to bless you or something. If it goes to like 10 milli though or something, like we're chilling, and I got you. I'll bless you if it goes to 10 milli, Div. No cap. Also, I told you I'd pay for clips, Div. Wait, I meant to post this thing on TikTok, actually. Give me a second. I think if I post on TikTok while I'm live, it's good for the channel. I did kind of div. But still, I would do it just because, you know. Div, I'm so weak at that video though that you made. But honestly, like that was like the perfect tryout. Like I'm definitely gonna use that guy because he did a good job on everything. You know what I mean? Alright, I'm posting this and hopefully it does alright. Magpie Triple T. Yeah, for me to get that 0.1 soul to 10 soul, should I hold a little bit on some coins or only quick scalps? So, to be honest, none of those methods really fall into what I do. So I use Meteora to trade meme coins. So what you do on Meteora is you find a token that you want to participate in. We'll do OG Doge for example, since this is the biggest LP. Oh nice, I actually have some decent fees. Literally just from appreciation. Okay, never mind. Bro, this is crazy, Div. When did it run this high? This is insane, bro. So, on OG Doge, let's pretend we are wanting to bid this token, okay? Typically, I'm never entering tokens and buying them. Rare cases, okay? 1 out of 20 trades, I might actually buy the token flat out, okay? And expect it to go up. But when we're buying a token, right, we buy it at this price and we hope it goes up. On Meteora, the power behind this is that all you have to do is determine a bottom bracket on the chart, a level below current price where you think the chart might fall to, okay? So you're anticipating not this token to go to 0, you're not shorting the token and profiting on it going down, but what you are trying to find is you're trying to predict a range on the chart where you think price is going to range. So let's say maybe we think it's going to come down to 400k. So now, if we predict this is the bottom, the lowest it can go off this move, then if we set up our liquidity, instead of buying, let's say I've 1 Solana, instead of buying 1 Solana right at this price, and now I'm filled here, and now I lose money if it goes down and make money if it goes up, Meteor is going to split our 1 Solana instead between this current price, 1.45 mil, and it's going to split our 1 soul. So ready? This little dash I just drew out is going to represent 0.01 Solana. This little dash I drew out is going to represent 0.03 Solana. So you can see how it's breaking up our Solana all the way down to the bottom where we determined our range to be. So I'm going to show you how this works in a second, but just so you're aware, this is how it works. Now, why did it break up our Solana? Because now we've created a range where our liquidity is spread out. Now, when price comes down, we get fees in the token. When it goes up in our range, it sells back out of our token, back into Solana, we get fees in Solana. So when it goes down in our range, we get fees in the token. When it goes up, we get fees in Solana. When it goes down, we get fees in the token. When it goes up, we get fees in Solana. So you can see how we are able to farm fees off of sideways movements. This is ideal. Obviously, price is not always going to do something like this, but you can even get out in Meteora. Use most of the time, if it comes down to your range, right, drops down to here, if it gets one decent spike, you can usually get out here for profit. So you can see how much more beneficial this is than just buying token spot usually, because if you bought the token spot up here, you'd be at a loss here. But instead, we created our position on Meteora starting up here, range down to here, so we have a wide area to be kind of correct. And now it's spiked a little bit in our range, we can get out for profit here. So that's really the power. That big guy. Already played that bar down. Bar down on 360 hertz. It's actually a good name. I don't know if it's I think I'm kind of done on that big guy, but it was a decent play. Magpie and Triple T says Div. I think he is, Div. I think he is. In a good market, tell me this couldn't hit 20. Oh, for sure, Div. In like a really good market, I think it could be like 100. But yes, yes, you're thinking the right way. Colin, drop a follow, or what's your actual name? Let me see. Hugo. So Hugo, actually, drop a follow. I like this is all I really go over, and I'm also dropping a YouTube series on my page. I thought it'd be done this week, but I'm still editing it. It's taking so long. I thought it would be like 10-minute each video. It's turning out to be like 20 minutes each video, but it's really in depth. It should give you like everything you need to know. So when you're saying, okay, yeah, bid 0.1, 0.01, and then 0.011, very like you're thinking in the right manner. So what this looks like when we're actually setting it up, Meteor does this automatically for us. So if we did that exact thing, here, I'm going to show you even more. So let's say we wanted to bid it down to 400K. What I can do here is I can go grab this tool, this price range tool, if I want to know exactly how far down that is. 71% down from current price, right? So now we go over to Meteora, right? This, you can rewatch this clip on my X if you want to see how I do this. So what you're going to do is usually autofill is enabled. Disable autofill if you're doing this strategy. Create position, type in 1 Solana, and now, what did we say? 71%? Go down to minimum price, or you can drag this orange line, which is basically going to represent that. Type in minus 71%. Beautiful. You see how it does it for us? And you see how I drew it out so the orders get bigger on the way down? That is this curve. Bid-ask curve is going to make it so your size gets bigger at the bottom. This is going to protect you if it dumps. So if you're just starting, I almost always recommend you to use this curve because it's just going to protect you at the beginning. You're going to get a feel for how fees generate. So spot is going to make it so, can you predict what this curve does? It's going to make it so your Solana is actually spread evenly, so it's just like this on the way down. So each of these might contain, you know, 0.05 Solana, for example, instead of starting with 0.01, 0.011 and working up towards the bottom. I like this because it's better for catching dumps. However, spot is actually going to be better if you think the token is going to hang around closer, okay? Because if the token does something like this and doesn't go very deep, you're going to make more with this curve. But if the token dumps for some reason and comes down, you're going to make more with this curve because you're not going to suffer as much impermanent loss. I think you actually get the grasp of that. I use FOMO. What you think about it? I'm not familiar, Noah. If you are running in losses, Gulam, do not join Gulam's 99% sure signal. Do not join his 99% sure signal group. So only migrated ones, correct. I only play like very rarely will I trade new pairs, but you can only open Meteora pools on migrated tokens. Yes, you're correct. But that is like really the way that I've grown this account, is using their platform. Div, this is insane. I've almost sold out of my entire supply. At one point I actually did sell out of it, which is a little bit worrisome because now I'm getting kind of FOMO that I don't have enough. And how do I know which ones? Yo, what's up, Shara? That's a way harder question. I'm not going to be able to give you a straight answer for that. I like to choose memes that I actually like and I think are socially relevant and are going to stick around. A lot of people LP Joshua. I actually was a little bit suspect on this, so I never played this. But as you can see, that exact strategy I was talking about, if you went wide enough, you would have had to go like minus 84% here to not be sketch. Like if you go too tight at this point, you're probably going to be negative and you might be worried because typically I cut my loss when it comes out of range, okay? So you don't want it to drop out of your range, which is why I always advise going wider. But if for some reason you were able to bid ask this, like this is a point where you would be in pretty decent profit if you were doing that curve, that setup I just showed you on this one. I really hope not, Div. I think Solana actually pumped today. How much can I make if I put 100 SOL in mid-high risk? I got 10 SOL to start. So basically it's discretionary. Yes, 100% discretionary. So I'm showing you these tools, but at the end of the day, 80% of doing this method is going to be your token selection. So, or I'd say like 70%. So token selection does matter the most, but if you know these tools, it's going to allow you to be very profitable. Okay, so Alex says, how much would I make if I put 100 SOL? So if you did this strategy that I just showed you, going, let's say you have, make this curve, go bid ask here, and then go minus 82%, like I showed you on that other chart on Joshua. If you did this strat with 100 SOL on this one, you'd probably be in like 20 to 30 SOL profit at this point, if you had it set up exactly like that. If you started bidding up here and made it bigger as you came down with 100 Solana, like this, and it did all this and then got this massive spike, you'd probably be up around 20 to 30, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little less, 20-30%. So you probably would have made 20 to 30 SOL at this point if you did it on this chart. Bro, I'm not gonna give you anything, Ariane. I'm sorry about your cat, if that's even real, but like I don't send money to people, so I'm sorry about that. What's the name again? It's called a Meteora. So meteora.ag is literally plastered like everywhere on my channel, so if you can't find it, just look at my page. Coach Pat says, yo, check Moon, I dev'd it. I got 14 SOL to start. Can you help me start meme coins? Yes, sir. I can try. I kind of just gave an explanation about how Meteor works and how I'm able to profit on meme coins, so I'm probably not going to redo that whole entire thing, but drop a follow, please, and stay tuned, because A, my mic is going to die. Stay tuned because I do this like every day. I have tons and tons of clips on my page going over my strategies and different scenarios, and also I'm dropping a YouTube series this week that is going to show you exactly how to get started and open your first pool. It was supposed to be done already. You got Discord. I have a Discord and a Telegram. Usually more active in the Telegram, but feel free to join the Discord. I'll pop in there every once in a while. Everything is in my bio, by the way. Bro, Arian, I wish I could help, bro. I don't know what to tell you, unfortunately. I also just have like no way to even know. Moon. He wants me to look at Moon. Good for you. It's actually going up, but we'll see if there's a pool on it. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Oh, we need to look at real quick. We need to look at what's happening with SPCX. All right, we'll look at that in a second. There is a pool on it. There's no TVL in it anymore, though. Someone was making a bunch of 5% pools. I don't know what was going on here, but interesting. Maybe I'll bid it. Hey. Bro, Arian, I can't help you, bro. If you like, I'm not sending you money. If you want to go dev a token, go do that. But like, I'm sorry. I'm not even trying to be mean, but like, I don't just send money to people. That's not what I do. Nice, Coach Pat. How much did you make on fees on this, if you don't mind me asking? Do you think if I copy trade you the same amount of money, I'll be making the same amount of money? No. Copy trading is never ever going to be my recommendation for you. It is you're never going to be overall long-term profitable copy trading someone. And the reason is because you need to make your own decisions. I am not always right all the time. And like, you need to be in control of your money. if you leave it up to someone else, you're gonna get burnt eventually. I promise you. And also, it's near impossible to copy trade me since I'm trading with Meteora. Nice, Coach Pat. Good shit. Bro, Arian, go make a pump fund token or something. Need to know how to get started on trading liquidity, and can it be done on mobile? Yes, it can be done on mobile. What is the name of this site? Meteora. Meteora. Like a meteor. Okay, like a meteor coming down with an A on the end. So meteor. You know, like literally like a meteor coming down with an A at the end. Meteora.ag. If you search Meteora crypto, it should be this first one. It's got the... This is the symbol. It's plastered all over my page. Whoa, low-key? Did they change the logo? They did change the logo. This one's kind of tough. I mean, this one's goated too, but like this one's kind of tough. I don't know. Div, did I tell you about the merch I'm gonna drop? My lunches are going to 50 to 100K even in this market. I think we'd go 250 to 500. Probably more, Coach Pat. I'll have to learn something from you. I don't dev on using like my name, but me and Div, my friend in my other chat, we've tried to dev a few tokens that get like $1,000 in volume. And then they die. Man, but I can get traction with zero investments if you want to invest anything. I'm trying anything, even live streaming. Arian, where do you live? Where do you live, Arian? I wish you could short meme coins. As many rugs as there, everyone would be rich. So, if you guys want some history, there was a platform called Oxfun back in the day, run by Suju or Zusu, whoever, who was the co-founder of 3AC, which blew up, and he got like, I don't know, he got banned from some country. Anyways, he made this platform where they would list meme coins pretty early, and you could short and long them. But there was like a lot of sketchy stuff about it, and like making a platform like that is really, really hard, because it's never going to run on the actual supply. Like it's always going to be like a fake order book, if that makes sense. It's kind of like a gambling book where you're not actually trading the tokens, but you're betting on the token doing something. But regardless, it's like a really hard mechanism, and also most tokens would not get listed. Like they're not gonna, like if you made a platform like that, they're not gonna list like a 20K market cap token. So very interesting idea though. Like I'm glad you brought it up because it's something that is missing, and it's something that did exist, but it just wasn't done right. Arian, this is not the chat. I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to go find someone else to ask for money. I'm sorry. I'm literally giving you free information about how you can make money yourself, but I'm not going to go ahead and send you money, so you can take that how you want it. But I'm the dev of Janny on Soul. So be a mod, tell people I'm mod for you, and you get a job. Yeah. There you go. Coach Pat's giving you some advice. If I told you early, could you help me set up pools? Sure, Coach Pat. I'll drop you a follow. Just DM me after. I also have dev supply so I could load it into pools. Yeah, you could. Arian, I understand, but I teach people, like I give out information that I could charge for free here, so it's like I feel like I'm giving you guys enough of service. I'm not. Set up a GoFundMe and like start networking with people on Twitter or something like that. Hey, thank you for the gift, Shura and RM. I didn't even see that. And Coach Pat, thank you for the gift. Alright, I'm banning him. I'm sorry, Arian. Good luck. Div is getting tight. He's like, bro, this is literally taking up part of the stream. Hey, Goon Squad. Thanks, Coach. Div, anyways, what do you guys think? So this is like biased, all right? Let me know. I want everyone's opinion on this. I'm thinking about making a sort of crime branded motocross jersey. For some reason, I've always been into motocross. I never had one, but like it'd be sick. Imagine like branding it with the NFT and having like this one's actually like pretty dope. I don't even think this is a I don't know if this is a motocross jersey, but imagine having like the Meteor like logo sponsors on it. What do you think? What do you think? No, I have like a vision board. Batman, I'll hit your DM back. I've been thinking about pools since your other stream. Hey, Coach Pat says it would be fire. And I'm working. I gave like this. I gave like a vision board to one of the designers. Let me see if I can pull up some of the ideas I've been thinking of. Here, let's see. Let's see. Damn, it's been a while since I had this idea. If this is this far down. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Bruh, I know it's here somewhere. Huh. They're like all gone. That's really weird. They're not organized anymore. I'm going to show you what vibe I'm going for. Just give me 1 second. I sent it to this guy I've been talking to. So like this is kind of the vision board I have for the jerseys, right? Probably white, blue, and black is what I'm thinking. I've always fucked with this jersey, the Inter jersey. Like I think that is like so nice. And then I fuck with this vibe. This is actually the jacket I use for snowboarding, but like maybe some like wavy kind of vibes. You know, wave. I don't know if I would have anything on the back, but that's kind of what we got so far. That's the vibe we're going for. White, blue, black, I think is what we're gonna go. And then he was asking, he was like, "Do you want to make like an orange and purple one for Meteor?" I was like, maybe in the future. Bro, it's that dip for B-ball. If you didn't buy B-ball off of my stream the other day, because it's not doing the best right now. I'm still in it, and I'm still in profit somehow. Like this chart looks so good to me. I'm sorry if you bought this, but I don't know. Hopefully, I haven't sold yet. It's getting to the point where it's like, alright, Div says he fucked with it. Where are you that it's cold enough for that? For what? Snowboarding? I'm a freaking East Coast snowboarder, so. Oh wait, we have like 2 minutes. It spiked into market close. That was such a gimme, bro. Honestly, like the trade idea that it would dump into close, good idea, and then like bro, buying like 15 minutes before market close was kind of a gimme. I probably should have been paying attention there. All right, we ended off the day with 450 or 500 million dollar 500 million shares traded. And ending with a 2.1 trill market cap. The current crypto market cap is 2.2 trill. So SpaceX is basically worth the entire crypto market cap, which is crazy. One more minute. We'll see what happens. And if you guys are unfamiliar with trading stocks, you know the market closes at 4 p.m. As soon as the market closes, you're going to see a sharp decline in volume because basically everyone just stops trading there. It's going to have some movement post-market, but that's not where like the real moves happen typically. Sometimes a lot of volume can come in after hours, but typically it's going to kind of slow down and volume's going to drop off. So as you can see, the order books will thin here in a second. You're going to get one last volume spike as market closes, and then the next minute it's going to drop off. What's up, bro? It's closed for the weekend. So you're going to be able to trade this until 8 p.m. tonight, technically, if you want to trade it after hours. But as you can see, the tape is like slowing down insane. There's like no trades anymore now that market's closed. But you can still trade it if you want to. But yeah, 8 p.m. there might be some 24-hour like futures are live on like crypto markets, you can probably trade futures on it somewhere else. So technically it is 24/7, but the actual stock itself is going to be closed. GG's, Coach Pat. What do you use? So I trade mostly on Meteora. We're just watching. I typically am not streaming trading stocks or anything, but because SpaceX IPO today, it was exciting. I traded it a few times. I had like 3 or 4 trades on it. Actually, all green today, so that's happy about that. Wasn't a ton of money by any means, but we got what we wanted out of it. I did. I was buying it earlier this morning. I forget where. I think had to trade from here to here. I think maybe here to here, and then here to here, and then I shorted at like 170, somewhere in the 175 region, and then I covered like right here, and then that was all that I did. I bought one today. Nice. It's my first buy. A lot of retail, a lot of new users are getting onboarded into SpaceX. My friend who works at like an investing firm was like, bro, we have so much retail volume. If you're unfamiliar with what retail is, it's just anyone that's not an institution. So me, you, everyone in this chat is a retail investor. So like it was bringing a lot of regular people in, which is always a good thing in my opinion. Still getting a significant amount of volume though. I'd be curious to see what this one candle puts in. It's not updating. Why is it not showing post market? Very weird. There we go. Extended hours. Wondering why we couldn't see it. Nice though. I'm happy for you. We'll watch like the first maybe 10 minutes of it after hours. No way. Totally fucking quoted. Totally quoted Malu. No fucking way, bro. Bro. Malu, who's I actually met him in real life. Super, super cool guy. He posts about like everything crypto. Is very familiar with Meteora. Totally freaking quoted him, bro. That's insane. That's insane. Alright, I have to go reply. I almost just want to comment bullish Met, but that's probably not a good idea. I'm interested in ETFs as well, just trying to learn which ones I should get. I am not a financial advisor. Everything I say is for educational purposes only, and also I don't know all that much about ETFs, but I feel like buying any of them is like a good idea. I'm just gonna comment bullish. Hopefully Tully sees my name pop up. LPing it as well. Damn, Malu's LPing it with a tight ass range. I made like $30 in fees, and I put in like 1,000 on a pretty wide range, so it makes sense he's cooking a little bit harder. Damn, the X-Stream is kind of dead today, though. Good luck on my 10-minute clip achievement. What does that even mean? Bro, I've been thinking about it. I've found like a lot of tokens that I've LP'd that I've held to 0 that like honestly I've always thought were decent like CTO opportunities, but I just don't have the drive nor I just don't have the motivation to go and like try to CTO anything on a burner, because I would never CTO anything on this name just because I don't want people to get cooked. But Wake me up inside. There's a massive seller. I don't know if this is real or kind of spoofed. Wait, this is not accurate. Alright, well the level 2 is not accurate for some reason. That's really weird. I don't know why that is. What's up, Stranger? What's up, Nick? How you doing, boss? Div, you still here? Engagement's dropping a little bit. You trade anything today, Nick, or you just chilling? I actually had so much fun watching a stock today. It's the first time, like, in a long time that all of my eyes have just been on a stock, and let me tell you, watching price action on a stock is way less cortisol inducing than fucking meme coins. Like, it's just smooth sailing usually. The direction changes are a little bit less drastic, and yeah, I enjoyed it. Maybe we'll go back. Maybe we'll go back and focus on some stocks eventually once our job here is done, promoting and using Meteora. But that job might not ever be done. Is the thing. I think I honestly will be using Meteora for the next I don't know, 10 years, maybe forever. Market manipulation of hell this week. You think so, Mike? Which ones are you referring to? I honestly haven't been looking at like the SPY or anything, so I don't know entirely what the general market is doing, to be honest. I think I remember the SPY dumping on like Friday last week, but other than that, not entirely sure. Oh yeah, wow. Dang, I did not know the stock market did that this week. In futures, I see you're not trading futures, never mind. I pay attention occasionally. Like, I never really try to predict the macro or short-term movements of like Solana, Bitcoin, Ethereum. Some people do trade perps and trade like the majors, but I typically focus on trading meme coins, believe it or not, and using Meteora to provide liquidity and earn fees is kind of the niche that I teach on here. I also started like I traded stocks for a very, very long time, specifically like small cap, like penny stocks. And I come back and trade every once in a while. Last time before SpaceX, it was Bed Bath and Beyond, and I actually traded that like very, very well. And then I just retired again, went into retirement, came back today for SpaceX. Didn't make close to as much as I made trading BBBY, but still very, very happy to be on here watching this stock today. The price action on stocks is way less, I said it a second ago, cortisol inducing. Yeah, that's crazy. Some bipolar. I think it probably had to, I heard Trump was fucking around or something in the Middle East again. What's the benefits of using Meteor to trade meme coins? Alpha. I got you. I think I've explained it quite a few times, but basically, I'm just gonna make it really simple for you. So instead of buying an asset right here, actually we're gonna use Joshua as an example. We're gonna get rid of all these indicators or drawings. So when you are trading a meme coin traditionally, most of the traders that you know are going to get in with a market order. Okay, so a market order is gonna get you in right here. As soon as you click the buy button, your one Solana is converted to the asset right here. You make money if it goes up now because this is your average entry, and then you lose money if it goes down. On Meteora, you were able to determine a range on where you want to spread out your 1 Solana. So instead of 1 Solana just being in this thick line, think about your 1 Solana being this long. Instead, Meteor is going to break up your 1 Solana between a bunch of different price points on the way down. So right at 3 mil, there's going to be some Solana at 2.85 mil. There's going to be some Solana, maybe 0.03 Solana at this point, 0.04 Solana here, 0.05. So the power behind this is not only if it goes down, you're going to get a better entry, right? Because you're not getting all the way filled all the way at this price. So it's basically, we call it DCAing. It's DCAing for you. It's converting your Solana as price goes down, if it comes down. If price for some reason goes up from here, your Solana is not going to get touched. You're not going to lose. You're not going to make anything, because these are just sitting here waiting to get hit by the price and converted. But if the price just goes up, these don't get touched. So you need price to come down for your Solana to get converted. Now, Meteora is very powerful because you earn fees when your Solana gets swapped to the token. So as price comes down, your Solana starts to get swapped to the token. You earn fees in the token when this happens. Now, when it goes up in your range, you earn fees in Solana. When it goes down in your range, you get fees in the token. When it goes up, you earn fees in Solana. When it goes down, you earn fees in the token. So if it bounces around forever, theoretically, you get unlimited fees if it had unlimited volume stuck in this range. But that's never going to happen. But you can still see the benefit, right? If it moves around in your range like this, you're going to earn fees. Imagine if you bought the token right here. If it comes all the way back to here, you are just going to be break even, and you would be sweating it down here because you would be negative. However, on Meteora, if you split up your Solana instead into a range and it moves between here, you earn fees on the up and down movements. That's really the power behind it. Malu, thank you, bro. That's such a compliment coming from you. Thanks for always gassing me up, Malu. I was literally just saying how you are also one of the best accounts on CT. I can't believe you got the Tolly quote though. Congrats. It's good though because like you have like a lot of influence among like all of the users, you know? Like you're not just Meteor specific, but you also like explain what you're doing, so yeah. Respect, bro, respect. Thanks, Alpha, I appreciate that. Well, bro, is that easy? It's easier than you think. When you go to Meteora and you start trying to set up your positions, it might get a little bit like you might be a lot of buttons, you don't really know. But like I said, I'm dropping a YouTube series this week that's going to show you like 0 to 100. That whole explanation I gave is going to be a little bit longer. I'm actually going to clip that because Alpha said it was a good explanation, so bear with me while I write this down. But there's going to be another, I'm going to be dropping a series about how this all works, 0 to 100, and then the second part of the series, first one is going to be kind of the explanation I just gave you, explaining how liquidity works. Second video is going to be walking you through the buttons on here and how to execute that idea and put it into play. Hey, thanks B2. So is it that easy? Yes, it is that easy, but it's not going to be absolutely protected. So like you can still take losses because if you set your range, this is like pretty far down. This is if we set our range down to here, that's 50% down practically. So if you set your range, 50% on a meme coin is pretty tight in my opinion. It can dump 50% in like 1 hour or less. So 50% is pretty tight, but you can lose money if price goes through your range. If you make your range too tight and it comes through, all of your Solana is going to be converted to the token here. So if it drops out of your range, you no longer have any Solana. All of your Solana has now been converted to the token. And now if it goes out of your range and you don't do anything, it's just going to depreciate in value. It's just kind of like holding the token spot with an average entry of like at this level. So yes, you can still lose money doing this, but you can see how much easier it is to manage risk and how much less you have to worry. Like also people don't really understand it because you open a pool here, and like if I opened it right here, price typically, unless it's a brand new pair, it's not going to be moving crazy. So people open it and they're like, I don't understand, it's not moving. You have to wait maybe 5, 10, maybe sometimes even an hour for it to come into your range, and then another maybe 5 or 6 hours depending on the age and the volatility of the token you're LPing. You're not always going to see something happening initially, so you have to be kind of patient when you open, and I think a lot of people don't understand that. The clip from live stream. Wait. What did Alpha say? I actually went back to the recording of the last live stream to learn a few things. Damn, honestly, it's like so kind of you. That sounded. I can't say what word I was gonna say. Um, it's very nice of you because I noticed some people do go back and watch the streams, and like, for me that is very fulfilling because it feels like I'm not, wasting the time. I'm trying to get like clippers and more people involved and make this whole process more efficient to getting information out. So it's coming together, but I really appreciate that, Alpha. Went to sleep at 1 a.m., woke up at 4 p.m. Bro, what? How did you sleep that long? I went to bed at 3. I went to bed at 4 a.m. and woke up at 11. I'm a clipper if you need one, bro. If you want to DM me, I will shoot you over some stuff. I'm kind of doing like tryouts. I have a ton of people that I'm just testing out to see how it works. I will say I'm pretty anal about design preferences, and like a lot of the clips people have sent me have a lot of like typos, and they don't cut out my breathing and the blank space, and they don't know where to cut it. So I'm like looking for someone who like really is able to do everything right, and like I know it takes a lot of time. Like the good ones, I've asked how long it takes, and like I used to clip my own stuff, so I know it can take like an hour or two. So yeah, but if you want to give it a shot, I'm always willing to see. That's crazy, Strike. Maintenance, what maintenance shit you doing, Div? Just joining, bro. Unfortunately, give me a second to chill because I just went over a good amount of information. I'm honestly screenshotting Malu's comment. That gassed me up. Keep accumulating Buttcoin. I was actually LPing Buttcoin. I was accumulating Buttcoin for a little bit. I was LPing it. The SpaceX IPO, don't buy it. Why not, Strike? I actually already traded it today. I went 4 for 4 on trades on it. I only made like 4 Solana though. If Solana was at $200 though, that'd be $800. But instead, I only made like 240 or something. GM Dre. Strike. This is literally the only times I come out of stock trading retirement is to trade something like SpaceX because it has the volume and volatility. I'm very comfortable trading stocks like these. Bro, I got a iced coffee. It's called a 911 apparently. All right, I have some test clips I can send you, Alpha. You know, when you make 1 sol now, it would have been a 0.5 sol win. Yeah, I know, Div, but it feels way different. I understand. Like, I could just be going with more size, but Strikeo always tells me this stuff like I haven't traded the S&P or NQ before. I mean, I hear you, but it's just like, I don't know. Any plays low market cap? Oh, what's up, IL? Not really, bro. Do you LP Sol USDC? I don't really, but that's usually because as of recently, I haven't had too much USDC to get into Sol with. But if I had like, if I had a good amount of money and I wanted to get into Solana, I would 100% use Meteora, and I would just enter into a USDC pool and get filled that way. That's 100% what I would do. So I don't currently, but I would if I had that intention. But as you can see, post-market volume falls off significantly. We are now getting 40k shares, around 50k shares per minute, as opposed to 1.5 million. But honestly, interesting. It's having this move. Yeah, and like it's not a bad idea to LP regardless, Ivo, but I would mainly use it for getting in. If I were to throw in a bunch of money and try to LP a more stable pair, I would do something like Hype, or I probably wouldn't do Sol USDC if I'm actually looking to earn like fee generation. But if I were looking to get into Solana, 100% would use the Sol USDC LP. No problem, no problem. Jeez. It's so funny going back. I always have the same exact drawings because I give the same explanation. Oh, I keep closing shit. I always have the same explanation. Richie, no way, that's the OG Richie, right? Bro already left, not cool. Rug pull Ronnie is in here, I see. Cloak, what's up, Cloak? I sent a DM crime here on TikTok. Okay, I'll look at it. I'm gonna be a little bit AFK during the weekend, but I will for sure get back to you. Dang, Malu's gassing me up here. One of my fave. One of the best CT accounts. Not the best. Drop him a follow if you aren't already. Gotta gas him up. He actually he never engages in like any negative discourse. He literally just provides information. Like literally when I entered CT, his type of account was really what like I was drawn to when I was following new accounts in like 2020, whatever, 6 years ago at this point I've been on CT, but I was also lurking for like the first 3 years. But as you can see, he just kind of gives information and gives his opinion on stuff. Look, like he just updates everything going on, and I don't have the knowledge to give information on all of this other stuff going on in the space. So like I said, great follow. Completely feel confident shilling Malu. Are you going to go over crypto market today as well? We can do it right now, Div, since we're kind of running out of stuff to do and SpaceX is closed. So let's start with the S&P. I think we had some bipolar odd movements due to Trump, like I said, messing around in the Middle East. I don't know what he's doing over there. Probably should do some more research on that. But anyways, S&P got a bounce. We can look at Bitcoin. Looks pretty ugly. I did not realize the chart looked like this. I really hope we don't see 53K. I guess it's possible if we kind of zoom out. That's kind of the bottom of the previous range we were looking at. We'll see. If we lose like 54K, I don't really... It's a possibility. I hope it doesn't happen. We're kind of just cooked at that point. Most of my bull theses are just going to be postponed like another year or something. And if you guys are unaware, I'm kind of a crypto permabull. I just believe in accumulating as much at like all of these prices in a downtrend when people aren't looking at it. It's always plus EV to be accumulating at these areas. Solana is for some reason green today. Maybe it's because it's been getting unnecessarily wrecked. Like I guess Solana could go lower to like 50, but I don't really buy it. I don't know. This could be controversial, and I never call things like this, but I'm feeling like the bottom... I don't want to call it. Ethereum looks disgusting. But hopefully this is bottomed. Like, I wouldn't be shocked. I'd be very, very surprised if Ethereum went lower than 1,300. That would be, like, pretty bad. I don't know, though. What do you guys think? Like I said, I'm always a permabull, so I'm always looking for the bottom. I never try to predict it, but I'd say we're getting kind of close. I'm not going to lie. That's what I think. The thing is like, Div says he has a hard time believing bottom is in. Like no one really knows. No one really knows. No one on the planet knows, except like maybe a few people. Um, but none of us are ever gonna know that the exact direction. Um, it's just about picking your spots and like buying Solana here in a year, in 2 years, in 3 years. I think it's gonna be kind of like a no-brainer. So who knows what it's gonna do short term, but I think we're getting close. I've literally been saying that for like a whole year. I've literally been saying that for like a whole year. Unbelievable. Fuck, I keep closing things. My mouse precision is not very on point today. I literally have been like assuming is going to be the bottom for like a very long time. October 1010 is really when I was like, fuck. And I thought it would bottom around 1010, didn't do that. Solana was still like 120, 130, I think, on that day. Something around there. Hey, thank you for the follow, though. We reached an hour, Div, of daytime crime. Brian Loki, you need to go finish this video series. Unless you think I should stay on, Div. What do you think? Div is literally the stream manager. Bro, I'm like up so much all the time trading Doge. Sorry, Div, not to rub it in, but like I think I am up like 40 or 50 on this one. I'm down 20 bucks for my 30. I'm so cooked. What were you trading? Should I show tickers? Yes, Div. Go for it. Bro, I don't get how people like other streamers, like you can go over like market overviews every day, but who is actually sitting watching this price action all day? I think that's like that would be nearly impossible for my personality. Moon on Solana. Bro, the dev was just in here shilling Moon. What happened? How do you get that 20 USD free on Axiom? I'm not sure. Maybe it's a referral link. I don't really use Axiom very much. I'm actually looking at it right now. This is Moon. I'm just looking at it on Meteora, but I don't really have an opinion on that, unfortunately. How many percent of your portfolio do you use from multi-day cooks, and how many percent for quick plays? Good question. I don't have a really percentage. Typically my multi-day are going to be anywhere from 10 to 15 Solana in this market. And then the quick plays, and keep in mind I'm doing LPs, so I'm not like aping in 10 or 15 SOL. But the total LP is 10 to 15 on multi-day. Quick plays, anywhere from 3 to 5, so usually not longer. You're gonna start talking about Trump token. Alt season, okay, give me a second. Bro, can B-Ball not freaking destroy me? This was actually a good meme. It had good price action. Why does no one bid it? Like, bro, come on. This is so ideal. Div, tell me this price action isn't, like, goated. Like, back in the day, back in whatever, even October of last year, a token like that would have ran eventually. Damn, looks pretty good, bro. Looks pretty good. I don't know, though. The only thing about this is, yes, it could continue to survive, but this initial move was the best risk reward, and that's kind of always like my thesis on some of these is like, I don't know though. It could survive. I'm just saying like the best risk reward is this kind of first area. Triple T alt season. Let's see what Triple T is doing. Would you say Div? Would you say Triple T is the biggest meme of this year, or most viral meme of this year? You have more of a better perspective probably than me on that. Damn, this thing is still cooking. This is such an odd looking chart, div. Like, it looks pretty good, but it's so weird. It reminds me, bro, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of freaking World Cup. It reminds me exactly of World Cup. 36% today. I knew this was coming. I was shocked it didn't dump into the start on the 9th, but now that the World Cup has started, what are they doing? They're selling it. I was very shocked it was going up into the start of it, though. Typically, people sell, like, starting before. They actually waited until basically the first game started to start dumping it. How much you made today? We are actually up about 4 sold today, which isn't very much. But we were actually trading the SPCX stock on Hyperliquid, so not something I do regularly. Came from a stock trading background, but I almost never trade stocks anymore. Came out of retirement to take a few trades on this one. Worked out fine. I'm not in it anymore. America, TCG3. Are these all on your watch list, or are you just pulling them out from looking at stuff? America, this one? Yeah, you showed this already. Would have been a good LP, I can't lie. I wonder how the fees... I wish I knew someone that was in that, is the only thing. I traded SpaceX stock and made 10 sold today. Nice, Mr. Mine. Did better than me, brother. Dang, it had a spike too. Div. Pretty good picks. Pretty good picks, bro. Not gonna lie to you. Not gonna lie to you. You got lucky? Yeah, trading you get lucky sometimes. But when you hit a good trade, it's luck. When you have a bad trade, it's your fault. That's how it goes. 3 still doesn't look bad, bro. All these tickers are really good picks to kind of bottom bid an LP div, I won't lie to you. Yo, what do we think about bidding the World Cup here? I honestly don't think it's a terrible idea. I wasn't going to touch this all the way up here, but now it's had this move. I'm like low-key tempted to throw some in on it. And also, I bet some LPers have panicked and sold out, so we'll see how thick the LP is now. What do you think about that idea, Div? Bidding the bottom of World Cup. The question is, do we go into the 101% or the 25.25? That is the question, huh? We'll see where the distribution is on both of these, and then we'll make the decision. But I think 101% is going to be better. You literally are talking about how it's a scam token for weeks. True. True, Div. But what's up, RJ? G-Met. Sorry you're late. All good. Sports betting is stupid aside from investing in sports betting. I never sports bet. I actually am all-time profitable sports betting, but it's because I've hit like... Actually, I've done a lot more than 10 sports bets, but I farmed... When sports betting became legal in my state, I farmed the fuck out of these gambling websites, and I would just like... I bet a ton on the majors, or on the Masters when it was happening, and when people would drop down in standing, I had like 2K to play with, and I would bet on the lower scoreboard people who were down, and then when they would go up and the leaders would come down, I would bet on the leaders because the odds would go up, and I ended up making like $1,000 from the 2,000 I got or something like that. Okay, Div says, you're literally talking about how World Cup is a scam token for weeks. True, but I'm pretty sure that the Pump Fund team is running this. So I knew that this move up wasn't probably going to be sustained. You know what I mean? But now that it's had this move from 11 to 3 mil, it's really down, what, 75% from the top? Like 70% from the top. Now that it's kind of had this move, this is what I was expecting to happen. So now it's like they're probably not going to dump this down to 0. You know what I'm saying? So like I am probably down to bid it from here to like from here to 500k, 700k is probably like not a bad idea. But like, I wouldn't want to be bidding this from the top, div, is really what I was saying. Now that it's kind of had this bloody move, like, it's not one of those scam tokens. It's not like USCR or like one of the literally entirely scam tokens. It's like manipulated and coordinated, but it's not, doesn't fall into the category where it's gonna go to legit zero. Bro, you have to understand, div. This is where this is like not a bad place to step in though. Like, if you think about what is likely to happen, the chance of it actually going to zero is probably not going to happen. I was literally just warning about this dump coming in, okay? But because it's run by Pump Fund team, it's not like an actual scam token. It's a little bit more sophisticated than an actual scam token. Does that make sense? Bro, what I'm saying makes sense. Bro, Div, there's always exceptions to everything, bro. There's always exceptions to everything. Literally, if someone came in, like, no matter where I am, if someone came in and asked if this was a good area, I'd probably say yes. Because, bro, it's done by the Pump Fund team. Do you see what I'm saying? Bro, Bull was like disgusting. I would never buy Bull. It's different. It's way different. It's way different. It's way different. Anyways, Div, I'm not letting you change my opinion. I'm going to open LP on this, and we are going to see how it works. So, sorry. Yo, what's up, Aze? Is the fees even worth it? Probably not very good. No, Div, I would LP this over Bull every day of the week, even if it was all the way up there. Even if it was all the way there. Marcel is down 70k on what World Cup? Because I think it's gonna bottom. Why would I do it if I think the fees are not gonna be very good? Because I can choose a tighter range, guys. You're missing the point here. This is where I was scared of. You don't want to be bidding from all the way at the top on something like this. But now that it's towards this bottom area, bro, you can easily cover like 70-80%. Pretty unlikely this is going to dump another 80% and go to zero. The Pump Fund team is likely behind this. This is what I'm saying. Even though the fees aren't good, I can go a little bit tighter, throw in more size, and I'll get some decent bottom catches here. And I can go a little bit tighter than bidding this 90% and not knowing what it's going to do. Now that it's had this move, it's retraced this entire move up, like, it's probably going to bottom soon. I don't understand. Does that not make sense? Do you really think the narrative is going to stick around? I don't think that it's going to go away. I mean, we have, what, 30 more days? Like, Pump Fund team is probably going to revive it again. Even if it doesn't run back to all-time highs, it's going to give me some bounces in here, I would assume. So, as I'm setting up this range, is dumping into it. But don't worry, guys. We are going probably... Div is so tilted right now. We're probably going to go... Let me see here. 71% is 900k. Right, I think we can low-key get away with a 900k bottom on this. 72%. We'll go 74%. Okay. If it goes to here, then I'm stupid, but I'm pretty sure this is gonna work out for me. And we're going like all spot. Oh my gosh, it's actually dumping. Wait, I want to be in this. 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 Just started DLMM a few days ago. How do you identify good coins? See, Trans is pulling it. Wait, Trans, how are the fees? How do you identify good coins, says Muhammad. So typically, I'm just going to tell you, if you find... I like playing memes that I think are funny and viral on like social media. There's a ton more cases where I will LP something. I can't really give you a good answer right now, unfortunately. Sorry, and I'm also kind of focused on something. Ooh, it's dumping, it's dumping, it's dumping, it's dumping. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Div, it's not even like, it's way different, bro. I'm telling you. It's already had the move that I was worried about, Div. That's the thing. It's already had the move that I was predicting, and now I'm looking for some sort of bottom on it. AZ says GTFO. How much soul you're at in the challenge? We are at like 235 right now. 235. Trans, how are the fees though? Pool looks like it's printing. We have $2 off a $40 dump, so that actually is not bad. Yeah, not bad. Damn, we have 26 viewers in the TikTok chat. Guys, I've already given like a ton of explanations today. Probably like 3 or 4 about how this works. So if you for some reason want to go watch the stream replay, feel free to go look at my X. The stream replay is going to be here. Also drop a follow on TikTok. Look at my shorts. I'm going to be dropping a YouTube series about how to open your first pool. I'm working on it actively. It's probably taken like four hours just editing it so far, and we're almost there. So yes. Is that bid ask? So this is actually 10 soul spot, 5 soul bid ask. And typically I would recommend, if you were bidding this from the top, that's what I was saying earlier. World Cup, I kind of predicted that this is going to have this huge retrace. And I didn't even want to bid ask it from all the way up here, just because I was scared. I didn't know what was going to happen. Now that it's had this down move, I'm fine opening a tighter range here. So if you were bidding this from the top, 100% you should go bid ask. But because I'm expecting it to kind of find a bottom around here, I'm going more spot. I'm going 10 soul spot, 5 soul bid ask in this case. Bullish or bearish SPCX? Wait, what does Div say W for? We were so bullish or bearish. I don't really have a overall outlook. I was initially bullish on it. I traded this along on the way up. I was like scalping. I actually made like 4 soul trading this today. I don't know. I don't really have a good opinion on this, to be honest. Basically, I'm gonna say if it breaks out again above 176, I'm bullish on it. That's kind of all I'm gonna say here. And then if it blows off, if it has a blow off top move and starts accelerating, then I'll be looking for a short on it. But other than that, I don't really have a plan on trading this anymore, at least for now. What are pools and it's all the way back up. Pools split your Solana between a bunch of different levels and allow you to earn fees on them when price comes through it. So you see how it's blue again? This was purple at some point because the price had come down into our range and had swapped some of our Solana for the token. Now that it has sold back up, you can see I've earned $2 in fees in Solana and $2 in fees on the token. Amazing volume on the SPCX tokenized stock from both Backpack and X stocks. Which one was better? I was only LPing the Backpack one, and it was really weird at the beginning. It wasn't trading like in line with the asset. Come on, go back down. Bro, Div. Yes, the MC on the Backpack one was crap and it depegged. Yeah, I noticed that. I was like, what's going on? Is it worth doing pools? I would say yes. That's basically all I do on this channel, so. Yo, the last time I saw you was day 1. How did you get to 227 soul so quickly? What day are you on? Are you sure, Kai East? Do I follow you by chance? So I think you're maybe mistaken because when I started streaming, I was at like 70 or 80 Solana. So if I was at 1 soul, probably with someone else. I started with 1.5 Solana actually on August 1st of 2024, reached 100 on July 2025, and now we are at 235. I was using Meteor for the X stocks one. I was using Meteor for the backpack one. Are you open position based? Are you open position based on range or bin? Usually on bin. So what I do is you can use the Meteor UI for this, but like typically because I like looking at market cap first, I will go here, grab this little price range, and then whatever I determine, like let's say I want to bid down to 1.8 mil, then I'll see how low that is, minus 70%. Then I will go into Meteora and type in the range right here, and that's usually how I do it. If you're in the TikTok chat though, please drop a follow. I promise you will not regret watching the content on my page and seeing future streams. I promise, I promise. And also, oh, I forgot to show the Telegram. So I'm trying to recruit more people to the Telegram because I'm gonna try to update you guys on when I post like YouTube videos and more educational content. So feel free to join the Telegram. Not only that, but we have literally like the best community. We've built such a good community of my friends, people I'm friends with, and just good traders and LPers in general. No one in here is going to try to take advantage of you. If they do, then they are not affiliated with me. They are scammers, so watch out for that. But like every admin in this chat knows what they're doing and can give you good advice. So we'll join. Thank you, bro. You should make a video explaining market cap. Probably can't do you, but in this bear market for a newbie, how many SOL would you say is a decent amount for each trade? I'm not going to say there's a decent amount for each trade, but I will say that if you have like one Solana, right? If you have one Solana that you're starting your account with, when I started, I was fine with losing one Solana, so I was fine risking like 0.5. I was fine risking like 50% of my port on each trade. But if one Solana is a lot to your relative net worth, then maybe go lower, maybe do 10% of your portfolio. Doesn't really matter, because if you think about it, the percentages, the percent profits of your positions matter the most. So if you're consistently able to get like 20, 10%, 30%, and you're able to limit your losses, it's the same as doing it with more size. The emotional toll is just different. So I don't really have a good answer for you other than do what you're comfortable with. I've heard creating sniper bots are the way to go. Not really anymore, unless you have like an early CA or you have insider information. Sniper bot is usually not going to help you out in any way. Wait, technically, could you be playing more risky right now? Opening pools are cheaper. Refundable is cheaper for more bins. Yes. I mean, like, the only thing I think what you're relating to is paying non-refundable Solana. Welcome, guys. I think what you're referring to is non-refundable souls. So yes, I could be making more pools and stuff, but like regardless, even though it's less dollar value, it's still the same amount of money for me. You know what I mean? So it only matters because of flat fee of creating pools. Too low balance, need more return to get to green. Does it cost significant fees to open pools? I thought like gas was only like 0.00005. So it's better to buy and support than bid ask on all-time high. Very good question, fans. Very good question. On something like, sometimes I bid ask from the very top. It's been a little bit more sketchy, but like I was saying, I was too scared to do it on Joshua. Even though we went over it earlier, doing it on Joshua would have been like the best. Would have been an amazing play. This very strong bounce, you don't see this very much on tokens anymore. And I was really scared that this would dump like 90%. So I didn't do it on this one. Would have worked very well. Recently, I haven't been doing this because I tried to do it on Rich. Div remembers this one. I tried to do it on Rich. I went 85% down from the top, and I almost got severely wrecked on it. I got out for like 6 SOL profit, but I was out of range. This little bottom area, I was like shitting my pants, and I actually opened another pool and was just praying for a bounce. I got it. I got out. But like as you can see, it's kind of sketchy to do it on some of these tokens. This is more of like a charity token, but I thought it would bounce because Nick was behind it. He was kind of promoting it, blah blah blah. Joshua would have worked really well. World Cup would not have done it. Would not have done on World Cup. That's why I didn't do it, and that's why I was like way more sketch, because this seemed very odd to me. It's very coordinated type of play. World Cup was starting, anticipated dump. I was shocked when I went over this, whatever it was, 4 days ago. I was anticipating it not to pump into the start. I thought they would have started dumping it, but now the dump is coming. Now that it's had this whole retrace of a move, I'm fine bidding the bottom. So I don't know. There's never like a good answer for any of these questions. It's literally makes zero sense. You could be sizing in more, and no, it wouldn't be the same for you. It's the same because you're still sizing in the same amount when Sol is down. I don't know what you mean, Dev. Joshua's the move. Should I pull out? I don't know, bro. I would have gotten out on that recent bounce if I was doing my strategy and LPing it. Usually, fans, it's going to be less risky. Bid asking from the very top can work still, but if you're going to do it, you should be going pretty wide. I don't know what you mean. Refundable is cheaper for more bins. The only reason you have to pay for more bins is if you go wider. Like, I don't understand fully what you mean, Div. Like, if I go here, no matter what, the refundable is going to be the same. It's only when I go like minus 90% that the refundable goes up. Oh, nice, it's dumping again. Let's see what happens. Yeah, you said, yeah, making pools is cheaper, but it's the same for me. It makes zero sense. It's only the same amount for you because you haven't changed the amount you're putting in. I meant making pools is cheaper in terms of dollar value because Solana is cheaper. I'm still up 85%, so I'm debating staying in. I don't know. I can't really give you a good call on that. I kind of... GMAT, what's up, Hector? How you doing, boss? Probiotic toothpaste. Thank you for the follow. Bro, I should probably link the telly on the screen, Div. What do you think about that? The only reason why I said it's the same for me is because, like, even though it's technically lower dollar value, I track the portfolio. I track my progress in terms of Solana. So it doesn't feel like it is obviously cheaper, but it doesn't feel cheaper because I'm still spending the same amount of Solana. That's why, like, even though making 5 Solana doesn't seem... It seems like no money now. It's like only $300. It still means it's significant. It's still significant to me because I just track everything in Solana. Hey man, if I created content about you, will I get some money? Yes, maybe, depending how good it is, Sativa. I'm actually looking for more editors and more creators, so if you have something, feel free to send it to me. I'm doing trial clips. People are charging me like $2, so if you do like one clip, if you do like a really, really good job on the clip, then I'll pay more, but... Whatever, Div. I think we're both right. We'll leave it there. But we've been on for an hour 30. See, Div? I'm grinding today. What's your strategy? I LP on Meteora, so I try to take advantage. I try to spot when a chart I think is going to either bottom or bounce around because Meteora allows us to earn fees on sideways movement. So in this case, as it goes down, you're going to see my blue bars convert to purple. This is me essentially bidding the token. So when see how it just moved up one little purple bar? It sold back out of my tokens. I have $31 of the token. Now I have 28. So it's selling out of my tokens back into Solana here. So when that happens, I get fees in Solana. When it comes down in my range, I get fees in the token. So ideally, we want something like this to happen. We want to just get in here, range around a lot, and pump back up. It's really kind of the strategy. I know, Div. I can't believe it took me so long. Div says, and when you make 3 soul, you say, oh yeah, it's not that much, but when you lose, you're a stickler for being 3 soul. Bingo, bingo. You're in the 100 bin. Sativa, I literally just answered you. I am in the 100 bin. I figure trans. I was debating whether to go into the 25, but I was like, I think the 100 bin might be better if it's intense movement. The lower bin step, I believe, is going to be better if it's like ranging and not doing very much. But I think the 100 bin is going to be better if it's having high volatility. Why is my voice cracking? Yeah, I do know. I do know what you're talking about. That's just the way. That's just the way my mind works. Div, did you show me Chicago, by the way, by Michael Jackson? Was that you? Because I've been bumping that like every day. Your range is sitting at 8.5%. Like 8.5% like fee generation? Or what? Trans, sorry. Fees. Who told me about Chicago? What the heck? Voice cracking finally hit puberty. Finally, it's been long enough. It's been long enough. No, I think it's just 'cause I've been talking for so long today. I'm wired on some coffee. I've been on my coffee and caffeine vibe more. Nice. SpaceX is absolutely flat, basically, you know. This is actually like fun to watch, though. Like you have 8.5% like profit trans 8.5 fees percent per day. Sorry, I'm being brain dead right now. Thank you for the follow, Opama and Benno. I appreciate that. Oh, thanks HMC for retweeting. Oh. I just lost where I was at. Bought SPCX. We traded it today. I am now flat on the position. I was trading it. I forget where. I can't pull it up because I'd have to have the VPN. I'd have to open the VPN. I was doing it on my phone, but I had like a little scalp from here to like here, and then I forget where else. Maybe from like here to here, and then I played the breakout a little bit, sold right here, and then I shorted it around the 175 and covered like down on this wick. So wasn't like I didn't have any like home run plays, but I did make 4 Solana on it today, which is I'm happy with for coming back and not trading stocks for a long time. No, RJ, it's on Sunday. ZZB says, if you want to join this FNF on X, let me know. I keep seeing you pop up on my free page. That's good. That means the algorithm is doing its job. Sure. I'm probably not going to be your... I'm probably not going to be like trading new pairs with you guys, but I'm trying to onboard more actual like meme coin traders into using this platform. I think it's super beneficial. So yes, I'd be happy to link up with you if you want. Eclipse FNF. Wait, did I just see it pop up? This one? I think I've interacted with Sip and Tyrell the most. Grimace? I'm not entirely familiar, I don't think. Check following. Bro, I'm kind of cooked for not following. Like, I don't even follow Ansem. I honestly like just don't care if there's like an Ansem tweet that comes out, I'll see it in like my chat or something. Sure, ZZ. If you want to drop me, I'll drop. If you follow me, I'll follow you back. Also me, and I'm from Israel. Big hopes or just a hype? I don't know. The thing is, bro, SpaceX TradFi is like a different game because the market cap of SpaceX right now is what is it? $2.1 trillion. That is basically the entire market cap of crypto with Bitcoin and everything involved is 2.2 trill. So SpaceX is literally the entirety of it holds the same value as the entirety of the crypto market, which is like absolutely insane. But I assume this is you, boss. I'll DM you after. I'll DM you after stream. Also, everyone, I follow everyone back who follows me on TikTok stream. So if you want a follow from the X account, Crime XBT, no period. Just drop me a follow. If I miss it, just send me a DM. Someone in the chat is Div. I don't think so, Div. I don't think I will be. I know. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean, trans. Am I skipping bangers? I don't know. Bro, why? What am I skipping? What am I skipping? Just Elon is a scary person that makes a lot of decision that makes us nervous. I have no political stance on anything, so how'd trading go for you today? Art is armor. Do not freaking DM whoever just tagged you. Crypto Wave is probably gonna try to take your money, so would not recommend you sliding into his DMs. He's gonna send you a link, try to take your money. That's how the industry goes. Anything good? Oh no, no, no. Cause I have to travel tonight, Div. I have to go. Mans knows what he's doing, huh? Bro, I drank so much coffee today, I'm about to crash so hard later. I'm literally the most sensitive person to caffeine in the world. Yeah, sorry HMC, all of your money is gone now. I'm sorry, Div. I wish, bro, I wish. Where can I create a character like your profile pic? So this is from a collection of NFTs. I can't say it on stream or else TikTok will ban me, but it is the Cousins NFT. You can see the word on screen here in a second. They cost currently 1.5 Sol. I bought mine for 8 back when Solana was like 200 something dollars, so I'm down over 4 figures on that. But it's fine because I liked my profile picture. I went and bid higher for this one because I liked it specifically. But the RETARDIO Cousins is going to be the collection that my NFT is from. I mean, you can just go and like copy. You can just go and copy like one of these images and just use it as your profile pic. No one's gonna freaking like, who cares? But I did buy mine. How are they made? I don't know. I don't know how they're made. Artists designed them. They came from Remilio. No, Div, don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me. Kins. We were talking about Kins in the chat. I didn't play this when I wanted to play Kins. There was not an LP made on it, so I skipped it. And then I saw all my friends print on it, and it was too late for me. I think that there might be some sort of top forming on Kins. I wouldn't be surprised if this has a pretty intense retracement. What's up, Azriel? Yeah, Paul. And the ones I'm showing you here, the RET whatever RDO Cousins, these are the Solana version. They were actually inspired from the Remilio and the Milady NFTs that were on Ethereum, but these are way more expensive. Holy crap, they're only 0.2 ETH now. But the initial collection dropped on Ethereum. There's kind of the derivative on Solana here. What do you think about the gaming meta, by the way? So I actually have like a very long-term thesis on crypto gaming. I think it will actually change everything when the time is right. So crypto gaming probably, in my opinion, won't take off for 5 to 10 years, something like that. But I like to see people like building stuff. Like Kins was like, I really liked it because they actually made it a game that people were playing, and that's really hard because on crypto, people aren't usually playing the game for the game being good. They're playing it to try to make money, and that's never gonna work out. If you look at like actual successful in-game marketplaces, like CS:GO, RuneScape, World of Warcraft, like those all have thriving in-game economies because the game is so popular. So it has to be built around the game first. Is kind of my take on everything. And I think eventually crypto is going to make everything more efficient in terms of in-game marketplaces. But I think we have a very long way to go for that. Trung Tran says, I don't like to. I'm not going to give you explicit advice ever, but I think in 5 years, I think accumulating SOL around these levels is going to look like a no-brainer. So, no, Paul, I don't really. I don't really play them actively. I do not really. Div, don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me, Div. I'll make it up to you. Sold at $8. I hope not, bro. Again, anything is always possible. So, like, I'm not going to say that's impossible, but I would think it's not super likely. I'm kind of planning on the market bottoming soon. I've been saying that for like a year now, but this time I really mean it. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's happening. I hope not. I hope not. Wait, Div just texted me. Bro, Div. Div, I like never do anything on Fridays or Saturdays though. Hey, same paw. Honestly, same paw. I agree with you on that. Solana's just the best tech. The builders are here. It's just not happened yet. But I believe in the future, and crypto and AI is going to accelerate at an exponential rate in the next few years, in my opinion. That is my take on everything. Oh, look at that. We're getting some movement. Nice to see. Oh yeah. See, these high volume sticks are what we're looking at. What we're looking to capture when we are bidding something like this. So, very happy with how this pool is turning out so far. Let's just hope it doesn't. H Woogie, you can. Everyone has their own opinions, and no one knows for sure what is going to happen, except for maybe like a few select people in the world that control the markets. But in terms of the average person, no one really knows for sure. So anything is possible is really what I always like to. Is always what I like to go with, and hasn't paid off as much in the recent times, but having a creative vision and having creative price targets can pay off. I'm not saying anything specifically, Hwoki. Anything can happen. I don't think that you are entirely going to be wrong, and I don't believe I'm going to be right. I'm just that's just my opinion. I want to stream and share my screen like you do. How do I do it? TikTok Studio makes it pretty easy. So what you're seeing on the TikTok stream is pretty easy. You just download the software once you're approved, and you can just share your screen. Other than that, I also use OBS. OBS is a streaming software that I use to stream to like YouTube, X, Twitch. OBS is the actual software that I use. It's like the program right here. I'll show it to you real quick. This is what OBS looks like. And then I stream from there to Restream. And yeah, that's how it works. Contemplating cheating all my Ethereum and base shitters and full putting SOL for Dion. I see the appeal, and I wouldn't say that's a terrible idea, but also it's ballsy. I don't know. Bro, it's an autoclone. Hell no, I'm not an autoclone. I don't know who did the freaking profile pic in the corner first, but I thought he copied me when I first saw it. And I DM my friend who knows Otta. I was like, bro, did he copy me? Did he see my streams? And he was like, I don't think so. I think he's been doing it for a while. But no, I'm not an autoclone, and I also cover way different material than he probably does. I don't really sit on the meme scope. I try to explain how my strategy works using Meteora. So completely different trading styles. And I did think he copied me when I first saw him because I saw a clip from him. I was like, what the heck? He is a cousin on his screen, but I'm happy with it because I want the collection to come back. So the more people that use the profile picture, the better is my take on everything. Trading or liquidity? ILP. Can you make XBT coin? What you mean by that? XBT was actually the first, when Bitcoin was first listed on exchanges, it was called XBT instead of BTC because all currencies that were not associated with the country are denoted with an X first on international exchanges. So like that's why you see XAU, XAG, XAU is gold, XAG is silver, and when Bitcoin was first listed, it was XBT. No problem, Jang. No problem at all. Guys, if you're just new here, please drop a follow. I have so much content and clips on my page that you can learn from if you are unfamiliar with how to use Meteor and how I usually trade tokens. I have my stream token. That's the only thing I'll ever drop, H-Wogi. I'll never drop anything else. You'll snipe wallet. What's up, Simon? Oh my goodness, Simon is in here. Welcome in, boss. Nice to see you here. Had quite the active day. We're on Meteor now, but this was like the first time in forever that I've gone and traded a stock. I come out of retirement occasionally. I've said this quite a few times on stream, but SPCX was like super fun to watch today. I just love when stocks have high volume. Last time before I traded this was like Bed Bath and Beyond back in like October was the last time I traded a stock, and seeing this price action and trading this was actually like quite refreshing. It's just way less cortisol inducing. Gmet, what's up, Tone? All the boys are in here. I copy trade every coin you do. I can nearly guarantee you don't copy trade every trade that I do. Which platform are you using to trade? I'm learning how to trade meme coins. So mostly everything I'm going to show you guys is going to be done using Meteora. So unfortunately, I don't want to go into a whole explanation just because I've gone over it like 4 or 5 times this stream. But if you want to go on the X and watch the replay, feel free to check out Crime XBT with no period here. If you want to go back, there's some explanations. I'll end up clipping it, and I also have tons of clips on my X and on my TikTok that are going to go over the strategy. On top of that, I'm going to drop a YouTube series soon that should give you everything you need to know for a beginner to open their first LP position. So drop a follow, join the Telegram if you'd like, and stay up to date because we have a lot of new information coming. Where's SPX going? Overvalued or what? I have no idea. I didn't like look into the balance sheets or anything. The thing that I was kind of anticipating was like, my friend who worked at not a trading desk, but he works at like an investment firm. He's like, bro, so much retail is coming in. I've literally placed 300K of like limit orders today. So I kind of anticipated like an initial pump. I'd assume it wouldn't have sold off, so I scalped it. Like I bought a dip here and sold here, and then bought the breakout here, sold here. And I actually like shorted it from 175 and covered like on this wick. So I didn't really have any high conviction. I was just kind of trying to play the momentum, but I have no idea. My thesis on this is if it breaks above 176, then I might be looking to like relong it, but I don't know. I don't really know like as much of the technicals or really what the company is valued with. But it's interesting that the SpaceX market cap is 2.1 trill right now, and the whole entire crypto market cap is 2.2 trill. So SpaceX is essentially worth the entirety of crypto. While I'm here, tell me one based LP Army community member cooking something. I have to give it. I'm gonna have to give it to HMC just because he's the OG. My second one. Okay, I actually have two more because I have to give Razor credit because he was the first person who showed me the one-sided Solana bid-ask strategy. And honestly, when I'm making the new like strategy, I'm gonna call it the Razor strat. Not that he was the one who created it, but I wouldn't be in the space really at all if it wasn't for Razor. He really showed me how to just set up one-sided bid asks. So Razor is going to be my second pick, and then Will DeFi Money Sniper is the best LPer I know. He's like always in the chat giving like crazy alpha. He's a little rough around the edges. Like I ask him questions and he always gives me some snarky responses, but he's basically my best friend in this space. I've known him for like 2 years. We grew our portfolio together, and he is like on fire all the time. He barely misses a beat. He's on vacation right now. But DeFi Money Sniper, I have to give it to him just because I have like thousands and thousands of conversations and messages with him, and he's always in my chat helping people out. So DeFi Money Sniper is going to be my third one. And yeah, he's freaking plugged in all the time. As you can see, 180 Sol in March, like he actually just somehow has a straight up crazy P&L chart every month. So Alex RG, bro, yeah, I gotta show Alex too. I feel like Simon would probably already know Alex, but he is also the GOAT and is always posting some massive P&Ls as well. I mean, we can just go to Mario too, but just personally, like, I have to give Will the shout out because he is technically my best friend in this space. Best LPer friend, I'd say. Anyways, World Cup is actually, I just like seeing the high volume. I'm happy to be in this. I just hope it doesn't go towards the bottom of my range, but I think World Cup is actually, Div was asking me, he's like, bro, why are you LPing this? You were literally just saying how big of a scam token this was, blah blah blah. But I am under the impression that the Pump Fund team is coordinating / running this, and also I would be scared to bid it all the way up here. And the last time I looked at this, it was all the way up here, and I was like, I don't want to really LP it. But since it's retraced this whole move from down to here to this bottom area, 73% down, I'm happy to bid it another 74% down. So like, I think it's decent risk reward to be LPing it in this area. Yes, meme coin assassin. I've seen Mario has been cooking also on the daily, so the P&Ls on the timeline are coming back. Don't send Max Soul, do not DM him, bro. Paw says, if I have 2 Soul to start, should I play for new pair of migrated? So I'm usually only playing migrated tokens, and again, the way you can learn how to do this is plastered all over the channel. You're just gonna have to stick around. I've given a lot of explanations today, so I don't want to do it again. What's up, Vic Aloni? Nice to see you, boss. And Derek, thank you for the rose. Uncle Adam, I didn't even see those gifts. Don't DM Maxwell. He's going to try to take your money, by the way. Everyone who says send DM, join my thing, follow me for free calls, they are all going to try to take your money. So that's how the space is going right now. I didn't even notice HMC. I didn't even notice. Explain again. You're testing me, bro. You're testing me. Alright, we'll give one more explanation since he really, really wants it. So, let's choose a different chart. We'll use Triple T as an example. So, basically, the difference between Meteor in trading on other platforms is that typically when you are trading on a terminal like Axiom or Padre or GMGN, you're going to be using market orders usually. Okay, so a market order is going to say, okay, I have one SOL I want to get in right now. When you click the buy button, when you click that, it's going to get you instantly in at the current price. So current price is right here. Okay, now your option is, if it goes up, you earn money. If it goes down, you are losing money. So this is your average entry, okay? On Meteora, instead what we are attempting to do is look at current price and then see where we think the chart is going to range between. So let's say right here is where we think the chart could go down to. Instead of having our, whatever, let's say you got in with 1 Solana here. If the token goes up, when you're trading on Axiom, you make money. If it goes down, you lose money. On Meteora, instead it takes your 1 Solana, it's going to break it up. So this is going to be 0.01 Sol. This might be 0.02 Sol, 0.03 Sol. So it's going to break it up between a bunch of different price points along the chart so that it's not going to convert your Solana all the way to the token initially. So your 1 SOL is not going to get converted to the token. However, when price does come down, it's going to convert some of your Solana to the token. And Meteora allows you to earn fees when your orders get swapped. So when it goes down in the token, you're going to get fees in the token. When it goes down into your range, you're going to get fees in the token. When it goes up in your range, you get fees in Solana. When it goes down, you get fees in the token. When it goes up, you get fees in Solana. So you want it to bounce around and find an area in your range where it's going to bounce around, because you get fees on all of these moves. You can still lose doing this strategy, because if it just dumps all the way down, then you're going to be down money. At the bottom, you're going to, all of your 1 Solana, if the price comes down to here, your 1 Solana is going to be fully converted as soon as it drops below whatever range you determine. So you can still lose doing this, but it allows you to be more protected and limit your risk, because now you have kind of a margin, you have a larger margin of error where the token can move around and you can still profit. And also, if you just bought it right here and it does something like this, if it comes back, you are just going to be break even. On Meteora, you would have gotten a bunch in fees on this move. Also, if you bought it right here, you're going to be kind of worried, because you're going to be down money and you're not earning anything. On Meteora, right, you can actually be somewhat confident if the chart is right here, even though it's down from your current entry. Also, on Meteora, if it does something like this, and even though you opened your position up here, you can get out for a profit on a bounce within your range, even though you opened it all the way higher up here and the price is right here. What? My live visibility just got restricted because I'm using reproduce content or something. Does that make sense, Hwogi? Yeah, and Richard Wilson, do I even know you? Are you in the Telegram? Or are you actually referring to my Telegram? Sorry, I don't know. If I do LP, is it better to do one side or two side? I personally do one side 95% of the time, just because I like to limit my risk. So that's really the strategy. I'll drop the Telegram for mine if you want to join. There it is. There it is. All right. I think I am going to head off now. I need to go shower and do some stuff and get some food. We've been on for 2 hours now. You're good, Paul. Take your time. Richard, are you talking about my TG? I assume you are. Thank you so much for the knowledge crime. Of course, Pa. No problem at all. Thank you guys for the follow. I will not be live tonight, but I'll be posting some clips hopefully shortly, and you guys can look at that in the off time. I will be back Sunday. If you guys want to tune in and hang out on Sunday, me and Heavy Metal Cook will be hosting another LP Army member. We're going to be doing our Sunday show, Heavy Metal Crime. If you want to go and check out the promo that HMC did, it's posted on my profile right here. He's LPing, will LP for beer. So he always does the best promos. He's got a hole in his sock. And yeah, it's going to be awesome. This is always like a nice way to cap off the week and start the new week. So if you guys want to come hang out and chill with us, we're going to be chopping it up on Sunday for an hour with Tix, and you should be able to hear about some Meteor updates and general market direction. So go ahead and tune in for that. Follow me, follow HMC, turn on notifications so you know when that's happening, and I will see you guys then. So I will see you guys next time. I'll see you on Sunday, and until then, be safe, and yeah, let me know if you have any questions. I'll see you guys later. Thank you guys also for joining in. It's been an awesome stream. I appreciate all you guys engaging. It means a lot. Thanks, Hector, for being here. HMC, Simon, thank you guys. Do you think you can still buy narratives? It'll go far because things have just changed. Haji, I like to buy narratives still, but it's a little bit harder. See you, RJ. Damn, Simon's still in here. RJ, love you guys. Thank you for being here. I'll see you next time. Peace, everyone. Peace.